Howbeit, certain of them that were besieged got forth, unto whom some ungodly men of Israel joined themselves.
Right, so, hey, there was people of our nation that were joining themselves onto these other nations, man. You know, to destroy us. Continue, King.
And they went unto the king and said, How long will it be ere thou executest judgment and avenge our brethren? We have been willing to serve thy father.
So they was willing to serve thy father, man. They didn't give a damn about the Most High, man, or their nation.
Right.
Continue, King.
And to do as he would have us, and to obey.
They just wanted the other nations to have their way with them. That's just sick and folly, man. Continue, King.
And to obey his commandments.
Right.
For which cause they of our nation besiege the tower and are alienated from us.
Right. They were saying, hey, we don't want no parts with them, man. They're alienated from us. We want to do what you say. Continue, King.
That's that coon spirit.
Right, man.
Moreover, as many of us as they could light on, they slew and spoiled our inheritance.
Right. So as much as wicked people they could get onto, they got that, man. Continue, King, to 28.
Verse 25. Neither have they stretched out their hand against us only, but also against all their borders. And behold, this day they are besieging the tower at Jerusalem.
They were tattling, man. They were tattling on Judas Maccabeus, man, and all of our people. Continue. Yeah, man.
To take it. The sanctuary.
Randall spirit, man.
The sanctuary also, and Bethsura have they fortified. Wherefore, if thou doest not prevent them quickly, they will do greater things than these, neither shalt thou be able to rule them. Now when the king heard this, he was angry, and gathered together all his friends and the captain of his army, and those that had charge of the horse.
They're wicked, man. Continue. Let me get verse 30. Right, so.
Verse 30. So that the number of his army was 100,000 footmen and 20,000 horsemen and 32 elephants exercised in battle.
Right, and let me get verse 34 as well.
Verse 34. Until the end, they might provoke the elephants to fight. They showed them the blood of grapes and mulberries. Moreover, they divided the beasts among.
This is what they were doing. They were training up the elephants. They had the proper grape in that, and they're ready to go. Continue, King.
Moreover, they divided the beasts among the armies, and for every elephant they appointed 1,000 men, armed with coats of mail, and with helmets of brass on their heads. And beside this, for every beast were again 500 horsemen of the best. These were ready at every occasion, whithersoever the beast was, and whithersoever the beast went, they went also, neither departed they from him. Verse 37, and upon the beast were there strong towers of wood, which covered every one of them, and were girt fast unto them with devices. There were also upon every one 32 strong men that fought upon them beside the Indians.
So this is what we have to fight against, man. But what did they say about the Indians?
Beside the Indian that ruled him.
So we have to get up with Elam as well, man. Elam's not going to get away for what they did as well, man. Because they further disrupted and destroyed us, man. You know? Let me get 42, 47 more.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 42, verse Maccabees 6 and verse 42. Then Judas and his host drew near and entered into battle, and there was slain of the king's army 600 men. Eleazar also surnamed Savran, perceiving that one of the beasts armed with royal harness was higher than all the rest, and supposing that the king was upon him, put himself in jeopardy to the
That's
end.
a mighty brother, man. He put himself in jeopardy for his nation. Continue, King.
To the end he might deliver his people and get him a perpetual name.
Right.
Wherefore he ran upon him courageously through the midst of the battle, slaying on the right hand and on the left hand, so that they were divided from him on both sides. Which
So they were getting split apart, man. He was kind of running through that, being slain on the left and the right hand side. Continue, King.
which done, he crept under the elephant and thrust him under and slew him. Whereupon the elephant fell down upon him, and there he died.
And that was a mighty brother, man. Died for his nation. Let me get 6 and 58. Right, let me jump down. Let me get First Maccabees 7 and 5 to 6.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 5. There came unto him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel, having Alchemists, who was desirous to be high priest, for their captain. And they accused the people to the king, saying, Judas and his brethren have slain all thy friends, and driven us out of our own land.
Right.
Now therefore send us.
So calm. So that's what the wicked men were desiring to do, man. They want to control the whole nation. Let me get Sirach 31 and 31, sure. So that's why he went to the king to seek power. But continue, king. 31 and 31.
The book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 13. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing.
Right. And he had red eye. He wanted to destroy his people. You know what I'm saying? The Jews is his people. The heathen ain't his people. Continue, king.
And what is created more wicked than an eye. Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion.
And then let me get 7 and 10.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 10. So they departed and came with a great power into the land of Judea, where they sent messages to Judas and his brethren with peaceable words deceitfully.
So that's what they're going to do, man. These nations are going to send peaceable words to you deceitfully. You know, that's what Esau does all the time. He'll tell you something nice and then he turns his back and does something evil, man. Continue, king.
But they gave no heed to their words,
Right.
for they saw that they were come with a great power.
Alright, man. And then let me do the 13 to 16 verse, sure.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 13. Now the Assyrians were the first among the children of Israel
Faithful. Continue.
that sought peace of them. For they said, one that is a priest of the seed of Aaron is come with this army.
And they say all skin folk isn't king folk, man. Kinfolk, still out there. You know? So continue, king.
And he will do us no wrong.
Right.
So he spake unto them peaceably,
Right.
and sware unto them, saying, we will procure the harm neither of you nor your friends.
Right.
Whereupon they believed him.
Right.
Howbeit he took of them 60 men,
And he slew 60 men.
and slew them in one day, according to the word which he wrote.
Alright, man. So yeah, man. Let me get 1 Maccabees 21 to 23 go for sure. 21 to 23 go for sure. Yeah, same thing.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 21.
Right.
But Alchemist contended for the high priesthood, and unto him restored all such as troubled the people.
Right, so he restored everyone that was troubling the people. All the people that was doing harm unto Israel, and he restored them. He brought them back. And we can't do that, man. That's just off as hell. And that happens, we should see that happen in Israel today. You know, but we can't bring them back into the temple. You know, continue, king.
Who after they had gotten the land of Judah into their power, did much hurt in Israel.
Right, continue.
Now when Judah saw all the mischief that Alchemist and his company had done among the Israelites,
Right.
even above the
So
heathen,
these guys went over and above the heathen, man. You know, that evil eye, Esau will tell you, hey, how much do you want this job? You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what he did, man. He wanted that job real bad, you know? Let me get 1 Maccabees 9, and you can start from 1 for sure.
the book of 1
Finish it up soon.
Maccabees, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Furthermore, when Demetrius heard that Nicanor and his host were slain in battle, he sent Bacchides and Alchemists into the land of Judea, the second time, and with them the chief strength of his host, who went forth by the way that leadeth to Galga.
The second
No,
don't worry, you can go to 4.
Go to chapter 4.
Yeah, 4 to 7.
This is 1 Maccabees 9 and 4. From whence they removed and went to Berea with 20,000 footmen and 2,000 horsemen. Now Judas had pitched his tent at Elasah, and 3,000 chosen men with him,
So he only had 3,000 chosen footmen with him, man. Continue.
who seeing the multitude of the other army to be so great, were sore afraid, whereupon many conveyed themselves out of the host, insomuch as there abode of them no more but 800 men.
So they left. Those 3,000 footmen that he had with them, they left them and left them with only 800. And we also get Sirach 5 and 14, but for sure.
It's the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with. I'll read it again.
Let me get Sarah. No, 6 and 14.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 14.
Yeah.
A faithful friend is a strong defense,
Right.
and he that have found such an one have found a treasure.
Right, so they weren't faithful friends, man. The Sabians, they were faithful. Because when he went to war, they joined onto him, you know what I'm saying? But those friends, they left him. 3,000 men to 800, that's a crazy ratio, you know what I'm saying? I'll get 2 more in it. Let me get 1 Maccabees 9 and 17, bro. Sure.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 9 and verse 17.
Right.
And it reads, whereupon there was a sore battle, insomuch as many were slain on both parts. Judas also was killed, and the remnant fled.
I know that heathen that killed him as well, there was gas, man. Probably had that sword put up somewhere, man. Just like what he did with King David's sword, you know? But yeah, man, calm, man. Pass it on to the next man to speak.
Shalom. Okay, so this is Feast of Dedications, man. We need to rededicate our temple. We've gone into the atrocities that have happened, the history behind the Feast of Dedications, and what the Maccabees did. But we need to understand how to keep our temple clean. You understand? How to cleanse our temple. Right? So the first thing we're going to look into, we're going to go back to, I believe, what was we? First Maccabees 2. Get that for me. First Maccabees, chapter 2. Let me get this. I can see it myself. Yes. We're going to go to verse 24. My brother read this before, but I'm going to go on to something else regarding this here. Read that for me.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled, neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
So we know that he slew the guy on the altar. But let's see what they refer it to. Okay, let's get verse 26.
Verse 26. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of Yahweh, like as Phinehas did Zambri, the son of Shalom.
So, one thing I like to make you understand, yeah, is that your name is important. Okay, we're going to look into that a bit further. Who is Zambri? Let's get Numbers 25 and 5. Who is Zambri? So important to mention him again. What happened? Okay. Just to confirm, there ain't no one in here called Zambri or Zimri? Good. It's making sure I pull this out. Go on, read that. On that verse 5.
The book of Numbers, chapter 25 and verse number 5. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor.
Yeah, so slay everyone who's joined unto Baal Peor. Go on.
And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses.
In the sight of Moses, go on.
And in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel.
So he's brought a heathen woman into the sight of the congregation. Yeah, go on.
Who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar.
So he said that Mattathias was filled with zeal, like unto Phinehas. Let's see what Phinehas did. Go on.
The son of Aaron the priest saw it. He rose up from among the congregation, and took a javelin in his hand.
What did he do?
And he went after the man of Israel into the tent.
So he followed the guy.
And thrust both of them through.
And thrust both of them through. He followed him back into the tent, thrust both of them through. Go on.
The man of Israel and the woman through her belly.
Both of them got it. Keep reading.
So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel.
Go on.
And those that died in the plague were 24,000.
Now let's see what the Most High said regarding this. Go on.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, have turned my wrath away from the children of
So
Israel.
this act that Phineas did turned away the wrath of the Most High. That's how important it is. Now we notice a constant theme of heathens defiling our temple. And us also defiling our own temple. It's a constant theme. And Phineas did this act, and it was so important that the Most High said, look, I'm going to turn away wrath. Keep reading.
While he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore, say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace.
He gets the covenant of peace. That's how important it is. Now go to the 14th verse.
Verse 14, and it reads, now the name of the Israelite that was slain,
Now the name of that idiot that took a heathen woman into the congregation, his name was what?
even that was slain with the Midianitess woman, was Zimri.
His name was Zimri. Don't call nobody no Zimri. You know what it is, my idiot. Yeah? Don't call nobody no Zimri. Right, now let's jump back to Maccabees. To Maccabees Select. Where was we? Chapter 2. Yes, read that again.
So this is First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 26. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of Yahweh, like as Phineas did Zambri, the son of Salom.
Now, like Phineas did unto Zambri, that's the same guy Zimri. Right, now let's jump to the 54th verse. That's it. Read 51 first, Sure.
This is First Maccabees 2 and 51. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
So Matthew is saying, call to remembrance the acts that our forefathers did in their time. Now jump to that 54th verse.
Verse 54. Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood.
So imagine you trying to recall important points in history to your son. And one of the events that you recall is Phineas and Zimri. That's how important it was what Phineas did. Do you understand? And this is an element of cleansing the temple. You can't have heathens up in here. They have to come out. You understand? And it's so important that this is on Mattathias' deathbed. So one thing I want to point out of this is that your name is important. Okay, get me Ecclesiastes in the Bible 7:1. Double Shal. Your name is very important.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse number 1.
God.
A good name is better than precious ointment.
A good name is better than precious ointment. Your name is important, very important. People don't care about the reputation no more. Because why people want to think they can restart somewhere else? No. Get me Revelations 14 and 13. Your name is important, man. You have to clear things up. Things happen, you have to clear your name up. You have to keep your name clean.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 13.
What?
And it reads, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord.
So blessed are the dead which die in the Lord.
From henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their
They
labors,
rest from their labors, go on.
and their works do follow them.
Your works follow you. What you do will follow you. A good name is important. And your works, they will follow you. Okay? So at the moment, we don't have a temple. So what is our temple? Let's get Romans 12 and 1. You know, sometimes when I go to my elders asking some questions, I'm expecting some deep answer. You always give me just basics. You always give me basics. Don't give me no deep answer, you know. You always gives me basics. Read this one, please, Brother Kashif.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse number 1.
Nice and simple.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living
You
sacrifice.
do what?
Present your bodies a living sacrifice.
You now must present your bodies a living sacrifice. Keep going.
Holy, acceptable unto Yahweh,
You must be holy, that's separate, acceptable unto Yahweh, one
which is your reasonable service.
reasonable service. So You see, when you're doing work for your congregation, your camp, that's your reasonable service. Okay, you drive from wherever you go into your camp or your congregation to help out. That's your reasonable service. Don't be asking for no rebate on your petrol, on your fuel, man. Reasonable service, man. Just put your brick in. Right? Now get me 1 Thessalonians 4:4. All about how do we rededicate our temple? How do we keep it clean? What do we do? There's got to be a practical element to this, not true? There's got to be a practical element to this, Khan. Khan?
The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 4.
Stay awake. Go on.
That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor.
Read that again.
That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor.
So you need to know how to control yourself. And you need to know how to sanctify and honor. You have to be honorable. Honor is important. These old school mannerisms, characteristics, we need to bring them back. Honorable is important. Okay? Let's get me 1 Peter 2 and 5. Nice and simple.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and see that? It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5.
That's it.
Ye also as lively stones.
You are now. This is a kingdom we're building. The kingdom is within who? It's not saying it's within you, yeah? Now read that again.
Ye also as lively stones.
So now you are the lively stones. So you know when I say, or someone will say, put your brick in, you are the brick. You are the brick. You're not a dead stone. You don't want to be a dead stone. You want to be a lively stone. Keep reading.
Are built up a spiritual house.
So you now building up a spiritual house. One.
And holy priesthood.
One.
To offer up spiritual sacrifices.
You must offer up spiritual sacrifices. You got to do something. This is how you're cleansing and rededicating your temple. You have to be honorable. And you have to do something. You have to present your bodies living sacrifice. You got to put your brick in. You got to do it. There can't be no holding hands. Okay. Something I noticed, when you stop holding someone's hand, all of a sudden they stop moving. But he just left them there, you know. They have to put their own brick in. You can't hold no one's hand. That doesn't mean you can't help somebody. That doesn't mean you can't help them. They need help them. But don't hold their hand. There's a big difference. Alright, any more on that?
Acceptable to Yahweh by Ah-Shar and Mashiach.
Now get me 1 Corinthians 3 and 16.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse number 16. And it reads, Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you?
And you are the temple. Now you are the temple. We don't have a physical temple anymore. It's been destroyed how many times? Each time we build one, heathens want to come up in there and sacrifice unclean animals and do all sorts in there. The constant battle, that's what this history is all about. Let's try to rededicate, re-clean his temple, heathens come in again. Now you are the temple, so what do you think Esau's going to try and do? He's going to put pork in everything. Absolutely everything. You understand? Even when the brothers go get a trim at the barbers, the brush that he's brushing your beard in your head with, you need to check that, you know. It's a boar brush. A pig brush, you have to check it. Let me see that. It says boar on it. That's a pig, man. You can't touch a pig, you can't touch a dead pig, not true? And he said brush up your face with it. You understand? Anywhere you go, Esau's trying to catch you. You understand? Anywhere you go, I have to check it, man. I have to buy some horsehair brushes. I got goat hair brush, I got horsehair brush. I have to use, man. Yeah? Any more on that? 17. Yeah.
Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy. For the temple of Yahweh is holy, which temple ye are.
These are basics. Don't defile your temple. Okay, that can also include the information you take in as well. What you're watching, what you're listening to. It can affect you. We can all fall to that as well. We're not all supermen. We just have to be aware of it. And this is why we have dedication to rehearse the righteous acts. Right? Khan? Right. Ecclesiastes, Sirach 35 and 1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough. He that taketh...
So you know when someone's keeping the law, that they're gonna bring offerings. They're gonna be doing something. They can't just come in here with their long hand. They have to be doing something. Yeah? What?
He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth a peace offering.
So he taketh heed, he listening to the commandments, he offers what?
A peace offering.
Go on.
He that requiteth a good turn offereth fine flour.
Go on.
And he that giveth alms sacrificeth praise.
Go on. Keep going.
To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation.
So to forsake unrighteousness is propitiation. That's like a sacrifice to the Most High, isn't it? It's like what you give to the Most High. Yeah, you have to stay away from these ungodly things, man. Anything ungodly, you stay away from it, man. Don't be mixed up in it. Where the world is given into the hand of the wicked. So when something sinful is happening, what's going to happen? The wicked are going to sponsor that. Oh, don't worry, you didn't know. No. You got to correct them. If they keep doing it, yeah, you have to separate.
Right.
You understand? You got some good brothers. See, it's what it is, man. Not so-called good brothers to that. Well, I thought it was good brothers. You know what I'm saying? Stop taking pictures at feast days. Brothers keep dropping off.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I'm going to take a picture with you. You're going to be here then?
Sisters too. Sisters too, man. Sisters too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, they keep disappearing in the photos. Like bone folks. Keep disappearing in it. It's love, man. Any more on that? There's no more on that, is it? Get me Baruch 4:28, please. Right? Because we have to arm you with the skills and remind you. And remind myself as well, you know. I'm a student as well, you know. I'm learning. We have to remind one another. That's what this is about. Reminding people of the basics. It ain't always the deep stuff, the basics, man. What do we do? How do we keep this temple set? How do we keep this temple clean? What do we do? Let's go.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh,
So is your mind to go astray from the Most High? Well,
so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
you must seek the Most High 10 times more. You got to keep going. You can't be dropping off. Okay. More on that. Go on.
Verse 29. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation.
So, the same way you can get licked down with something, the Most High can bring you back up again. It's about what you're doing. Now get me let's go back to Ecclesiastes, Sirach 35 and 4. Let's go on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 4. Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord.
So, you can't appear empty before the Most High. You have to do something. Okay, I was talking with a brother yesterday about something, and he was saying how, so talking about basically holding people's hands and how you can't, start a congregation or a camp by doing all the work. Someone has to do something. He said to me, the roles in the delegation, it goes down, it don't go up. You understand? We delegate down, we don't delegate up. So if I give you a task, you don't come back to me. You go find Liquor Man and give it to him. You understand? And that's something you can learn. Because what will happen? If you keep delegating up, what will happen? My phone will keep ringing. Every 10 seconds, Peter, I can't wipe my backside. I can't blow my nose. You understand? Now I'm offering tissue and helping blow his nose. That's what happens. You have to delegate down, and you, as a congregational member, have to do something. And don't get twisted, it's not all wickedness, you know. If I start doing everything, you're going to sit back and think, yeah, he's got it going. Yeah, he's got it coming. Yeah, people do it. Yeah, people do it. Come do it, me. So a part of rededicating yourself is elbow grease. Can't? One.
Oh, precept. I'm going to read Deuteronomy 20 and verse 8. Because like the brother said, it's brickwork, man. Right? And not on the left-hand side. You got to put your foot in. You know, so even when you come to war, like going into the rededicating your temple, if you're not really built for it, man, you got to pick a side, man. Let it be known to the Lord, man. So you can, you're going to sift you out, right? What?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verse 8. 20, verse 8, huh? And the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted?
Right, so see, if you're not really built for that, man, you got to let that be known, man. Right? Because there's many other congregations, man. If you're not really ready to put your foot in to rededicate your temple, man, because remember, we're one body. It's supposed to be one body, so if we're not all doing the same and being on the same accord, this might not be the place for you, man. Right? Go on.
Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint, as well as his heart.
See that? So now and that's like a plague, man. That's going to spread amongst all the members in the congregation. Now this brother loses faith, he stops turning up to camp. And that brother loses faith, he's not at camp. That's the same spirit that's going to run through the congregation. And that just might not be for camp, and that might be for being in these feast days, or even coming amongst each other, congregating, right? If you're faint-hearted, man, hey, you got to hop off the ship, man, right?
Done. Let's get back to Sirach 35 and 5. Now, important point, man. Being shook is a plague. It can spread. You don't need to be the biggest guy in the world to be strong. Some of the toughest men I know. 5 foot nothing. Yeah. Heart of a lion. I mean, how the shepherd. Heart of a lion. Yeah, heart of a lion, man. Yeah, man. Let's read that then.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse number 5.
That's it.
For all these things are to be done because of the commandment.
So it says, thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord, and this is a commandment. We're not supposed to appear empty. Do you understand? We have to all do our little bit. We all do our little bit. Didn't all come yesterday. So we got to do something. Right, keep going.
The offering of the righteous maketh the altar fat.
The offering of the righteous, the more we do, this is going to be like a well-oiled machine. That's what it's basically saying. Right, keep going.
And the sweet savor thereof is before the Most High.
What?
The sacrifice of a just man is acceptable, and the memorial thereof shall never be forgotten.
What you sacrifice and what you do will not be forgotten. The Most High will remember. You're not always going to get a medal for it. You're not always going to get stood up in front of the congregation. But the Most High is going to see it. You got to keep labouring. That's why I bring up Shaq, because the little things that he did. Every time at camp, they bring a sandwich. We go, Pete, you want a sandwich? I'll be like, nah. After a couple of weeks, I'm eating that sandwich, you know. I'm eating a sandwich, a big boy sandwich you bring. But it's a little thing that he'll do after camp. I'm right, I'm hungry. And I see the sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Give me it.
Verse 8. Give the Lord his honor with a good eye, and diminish not the first fruits of thine hand.
Yeah? Well.
In all thy gifts show a cheerful countenance.
Now, it says in all thy gifts. What does it say?
In all thy gifts show a cheerful countenance.
It says in all thy gifts show a cheerful countenance. You gotta do this thing cheerful, man. Ah, here you go. It's a bit grunting, isn't it? Nah, man. You gotta be cheerful with it, man. Yeah? You gotta wanna do what you're gonna do. Do you understand? And take pride in it. Because your name is important. Your works follow you. Reputation is important. Don't go saying bad. Oh, you don't help me. You know what I'm saying? Cheerful countenance. Keep going.
And dedicate thy tithes with gladness. Give unto the Most High according as he hath enriched thee.
So, here's the point, right? We're not asking you to do anything that you're incapable of.
Right.
It's according to your ability. You must do all you can do. Don't do the littlest bit. You know what you can do. I know you know what you can do. Because you know it in your head, you know it. And the Most High, He can read your mind. He knows you ain't giving enough, or you're doing enough. God doing enough? I'm not saying, look, not everyone's not doing enough. You could be doing it. I'm just trying to help you and I'm saying admonish you in areas that I can. Right? Any more on that?
And as thou hast gotten, give with a cheerful eye.
And that's one bit about dedicating yourself. You gotta do it cheerfully. When the chairs need to go back, let's just do it cheerfully. When you say each man bring a juice cheerfully. When you got a come camp, you got a whole post cheerfully, man. You gotta read, take pride in the reading. Don't just read proper, man. You understand?
Because even that point, when you're at your workplace, man, you're going ham because you're getting paid, man. Right? You get, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this check, I'll be alright. And you go home now, you try to read the Bible. Oh yeah, I don't even want to read. I don't want to read this. But you was at work, just busting your ass, going crazy for Esau, man. Like picking up the scriptures. I'm tired. And we do get tired though. And keep the same energy, man. Right? Keep the same energy, man. Because like the Lord said, hey man, the same energy, like the same way that He can put these plagues upon you, and He can give you your salvation too. Right?
No, correct, man. You gotta do things cheerfully, man. Do all you can. You have to achieve your potential, man. Not just only achieve your potential, do as much as you can with the ability you've been given. Not everyone's given the ability to do certain things, but what you can do, man. As it says in Deuteronomy 6 and 5, innit? All thy heart, all thy mind, man. That's all you're asking for. Oh, but it's too hard. It might not be for you then. It might not be for you. Or do what you can do. That's the main point. Okay? Now get me Proverbs 25 and 26.
The book of Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 26. A righteous man falling down.
So a righteous man falling down.
Before the wicked is as a troubled fountain and a corrupt spring.
So what I'm basically trying to show you here, right, is we must keep away from the wicked. We must turn away from ungodly people. That's one thing we got to do about keeping our vessel clean and pure. Okay? You get me Psalms 1. Read out to the 6th verse.
The book of Psalm chapter 1 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
So you can't walk in the counsel of the ungodly. You speak to someone who's got a wicked mind, or you don't even know he's got a wicked mind. And he's going, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. He won't do it, but he's going to get you to do it. You got to stay away from these people. And look at the track record of somebody before you start asking them for counsel. Don't just go to anybody. Look at the fruit of their labor. Look what they do. If they're married, then they can advise you on something, innit? You know what I'm saying? But if they're going on a craziness, you can't get advice from that person.
Right.
You understand? If someone's of age, you can get a little bit of experience from them. But you can't go to anyone. You gotta be wise with this thing. But some people do, bad mind. Some people are bad mind. It's a thing. Right? You read it? Any more on that, yeah?
Nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Don't sit with these people. They're gonna eventually you're gonna eventually copy them somewhere. You gotta stay away. That doesn't mean you're some crazy cult. You can still go and say hello to your moms and your parents or your family. But you don't go, it's just I want to eat a meal. It's a birthday, I want to eat a meal. No. I'll see you the next day. Yeah? You read it?
But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night.
Yeah? That's the delight. Meditate day and night in the precepts, in the law. That's how you keep your vessel clean. You got to keep it to the front of your mind. Because if you keep clicking on other things on YouTube or over whatever, eventually it's going to go to the back. That's how it works. You got to keep saying it. And you'll create a layer of memory in your mind if you keep saying it. That's how it works. It's all about repetition. That's how this thing works.
And even like the brother was saying, man, like Esau, and he knows the algorithms, all the things you're clicking, and he knows what you like, man. Just like Satan. Satan knows everything you want and desire too, right? So you can't, big that up and say, yeah, that's all right. If you see something funny on Instagram, man, you got to click not interested, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you allow that into your algorithm, just like spiritually, hey, that's just going to keep on playing up. Same thing happen. Or you put yourself in that predicament because you didn't shut it down. You know what I'm saying?
Done. If you can get me Luke 11 and 24. Luke 11 and 24.
The book of Luke 11 and verse number 24.
What?
And it reads, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man.
So, a man's got rid of an unclean spirit. Remember, the body is the temple. The spirit has gone out. Read.
He walketh through dry places, seeking rest.
So, this unclean spirit is walking around, seeking rest. He got kicked out the yard. You know what I'm saying? He used to like it in there. I mean, do what he wants. Kick back. Ain't got to go work to play the PlayStation in the man's head. And then now he's got kicked out. Right? Keep reading.
And finding none, he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out.
Found nothing. Thought, let me return. See what he's doing. He used to get into sin. Let me go back, see if I can get into sin again. Then I got home again. You know what I'm saying? Go on.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
He finds the place clean. Normally he's leaving his shoes on the floor. You know what I'm saying? He's leaving boxes on the floor. Just doing what he wants. Crisp packets on the floor. He got, Hoover or nothing. Now, it's swept and garnished. Clean, sparkling. You see your face in the floor. That's how clean this man's temple is now. And the demons come back and see, they say, it's clean here. It's clean. What?
Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself.
So now he's taken 7 more spirits, more wicked than himself. Go on.
And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
All right, now, let's jump back to the verse before it, please. Yes, please.
Verse 25.
So it says, the last state of the man is worse than the first. Watch this, go on.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
Now, can anyone tell me what the issue is here? The unclean spirit's gone out of the man, got rid of the unclean spirit. The spirit's come back, found it swept and garnished. Anyone can see the problem? Yeah? What hasn't he done? He's cleaned out you've had a fast. You've cleaned out your spirit. Right? What hasn't he done? Yes? Can't. He ain't filled his vessel with scripture. So the demons come back and the place is empty, nice and clean. Take his shoes off, walk barefoot. Floor's clean. Spirit's like, yes, you cleaned up. I'm working even better now. Clean working conditions. I don't even need a pay rise. That's what's changed. That's what's changed. He hasn't filled his temple with the scriptures. So when you do boss a fast, make sure you fill your vessel with scriptures. When you do get rid of a demon, you make sure you rehearse the right steps. You've got rid of a certain sin that you're dealing with. Read on it to make sure, if I do that, it's going to kill me. If I do that, I'm also going to kill me. Right. Make sure you remind yourself. Right. You don't want that spirit to come back. Don't go down that same road again. If there's a certain place that thing happens, don't go there. A certain friend that it keeps happening with, don't go there. Like, don't always is a spliff, always. Yeah, man, it's only one. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's the holy smoke. It's alright. You can't do that. And that's what his unclean spirit has seen. You've got to fill it with righteousness. Now get me Philippians chapter 1 verse 8. Philippians chapter 1 verse 8.
It's the book of Philippians chapter 1 verse 8. For Yahweh is my record, how greatly I long after you all in the bowels of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And this I pray, that your love may abound yet more and more in knowledge and in all judgment. That ye may approve things that are excellent, that ye may be sincere and without offense till the day of
You must be
HaMashiach.
sincere, without offense, till the day of Christ. Go on.
Being filled with the fruits of righteousness.
Being what?
Filled with the fruits of righteousness.
And what is righteousness? The law. This is what you've got to be filled with. This is what that brother in that other in Luke wasn't filled with. His mind was just wash out and he didn't fill it with nothing. Because there's an element that you can fast and you're just starving yourself. You're not actually doing anything. You're just losing weight. Understand? What you can do, fill it with righteousness, man. Fill it with some scriptures. Put some biblical content on. Brainwashing is not a bad thing, you know. If you're washing it with the right thing, you can wash your mind with the scriptures. Or you can get brainwashed with this world. Or you can just be just a black mind, black canvas, and the demon will just come in and move in. That's what can happen. Alright? Now get me Psalms 107. Get me Psalms 107. I believe that's verse 8.
The book of Psalms 107 and verse number 8.
Yeah, 8 to 9.
Oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men.
What?
For he satisfieth the longing soul.
So he satisfies the longing soul, that's the wanting soul, the soul that wants this. What?
And filleth the hungry soul with goodness.
The Most High will fill the hungry soul with goodness. But the truth is, the hungry soul, that means he wants it. That's what's going to happen. That's the difference. That's how you cleanse your temple. And also rededicate it by being honorable, spiritual sacrifices. Fill it with righteousness. Don't fill it with wickedness. And it's easy to fill it with wickedness. It just takes a click of the button. As you talk about the algorithm, Esau knows he's worked out your mind now, you know. Well, he's worked it out, he's worked it out. Yeah, do this, and then he'll just click on it. Once he's clicked on it, yeah, boom, and it starts it. That's how it works. It's snowballs. You gotta stop that. You gotta do the opposite. You get me Psalms 19 and 7. Stop at the show.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse number 7. And it reads, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
That's what will convert the soul.
The
law of the Lord is perfect, and it will convert your soul. That's how you change, by reading the law. Anyone just come, that's how you do it. Anyone still here, that's how you do it. Keep on doing it. Come. There ain't it's not no rocket science. Never rocket science, it's just simple. Esau don't try no new game, you know. It's the same thing over and over again. Well, he knows it works so good, he just keeps doing it. And that's the same thing here. This ain't rocket science, just keep doing it. Same thing. The law. Any more on that?
testimony of the Lord.